Hello and welcome to Entry Lines Information Booth. Right, we've got a new item. It is G-Shock GPR-H1000, and it isn't the black, isn't the yellow, it's the RY, Rescue Yellow. And I've been trying to get hold of it in the UK, cannot get hold of it, which I was hoping for because then I could use my discount code for emergency workers or whatever, which the wife's discount it is, and they get 20% off. Can't use it, so I'm a bit gutted, but I've been trying to see if I could get the watch from overseas and imported, and with the tax going back on it, I wasn't sure how much. In the end, put it simple, we found it in Germany, and by fluke, the G-Shock store in Trier is right next to where we were staying. I didn't orchestrate it, which wife may think that's what I did. No, by fluke. But lucky fluke, they had it, and they had it in stock. So we head there, intentionally into the shop. The shopkeeper didn't know that, but that's why I went there, to get that watch. I really wanted to get that colour because I wanted a different colour. Now, I've got my old Rangeman, and we've all got a G-Shock or a Baby G in this house because they're brilliant watches, and we love them. I've had this 10 years now. Now, I'm going to go through all the weights and different bits and bobs. I'm not going to go in-depth video on it too much because you can find those videos. I'm just going to show you some of the things with the new Rangeman. So here we go. I'm going to show you what I got. The shopkeeper gave the kids 2 packets of sweets. They've long gone. So I'm giving 2 massive bags of sweets. I got some badges. I got a poster as well because he gave me as much as he's able to give away. So that's the poster. Cool poster. So Dexter wants that in his bedroom, and that's the 6900, I think, on that, etched on that. We got the new Tokyo Street issue magazine, where it's got about all the watches, bits and bobs. That's cool. Got the watch bag, obviously. Move the scales out of the way, and we've got something else. I think the jeweler it was linked to, it's the G-Shock store, official G-Shock store, but I think it's in a building for this company, and was it Richbeck? I cannot pronounce it, so do not have a go at me. That's that there, and that's got really good quality cloth for cleaning screens or watches or glasses. So now I've shown you that, let's go. Right, now I've come down. Obviously we've got the bag, that's it, empty bag. We've got the magazine, it's quite nice, a little extra. Go on the bookshelf, probably not even get looked at very much. We've got a couple of badges. And that was the maker again. Jeweler, sorry, jeweler. But it was a G-Shock, still classed as official G-Shock store. Really nice. Just add it, and the bags of sweets, which are in the kids' tummies now. So here's the watch. Let's get this unboxed. Take that out of the way. Now I have opened this because I have put a protector on the screen because I want to look after it and take care of it. So I have opened that of it. So here's the watch. There's the bag. Let's move the watch aside for a minute. There's the bag. G-Shock Master G. That really good quality bag. Lovely. I've not opened this yet. So that's instructions and the international warranty card. Instructions. Now some of this you might actually need, because there is some quite in-depth bits. If you had the previous Rangeman, there's a lot to do if you haven't done it. Here's a charge cable. Let's have a look at that, and then I'll show you how it clips on in a minute, which I've not done. So you're doing this live with me. So let's take this off. And let's do a bit of my sad cable management. Some people don't like it, but I do. Right, now we're going to weigh the differences between the watches. So let's on 0. So I'm not going to weigh this one, but size comparison for the GMB 2100. I think that is off the top of my head. Is it? GAB 2100. So size comparison. Let's see if we can hold them all. Right, that's the arrangement, the old one, and this is the new one. Hold it the right way up. Right. If you can see a funny mark around the edge, that's the screen protector. I'm gonna see if I can order some more from abroad. That better quality, a bit bigger screen. So, right, that's your size comparisons. That's your old and your new one. It looks, you'd say it looks considerably bigger, but this one is about the same thickness. It's a bit bigger, but on the wrist it feels very similar. But actually, if you're wearing your watch on, if you're right-handed, you wear your watch on this wrist anyway, because, well, that's how I presume a lot of people do, because generally, if you're writing with your right hand, you don't have your watch on the same wrist, so you can still look at the time, and then also, it doesn't catch or smudge any of the ink or anything on the page, so that's why a lot of people wear if they're right-handed, wear the watch on their left wrist. But I find that bit, I can often sometimes select that, or that digs into here when I'm doing a lot of stuff. Even though that's what I class as my work watch, it does dig in there sometimes, but I'm so used to the watch, you can see it's very well loved. And anyway, let's get on to this one. So next to there, because everyone knows the Casio size. And on your wrist, let's weigh them first. Right, let's weigh them first. So that one is 92. So 1 gram lighter. And I know it's a bit of an awkward one because it's a lighter strap, but it's got the bars on it, 70 grams. So it just gives you a bit of an idea. Let's take it off there. And let's give you a good look at the watch. So let's get this off. So happy I got to hold this watch. I'm so looking forward to getting the video done so I can actually wear it and not worry about it. So here's the strap. Quickly I'll show you it me on. well, show you it, me wearing it, sorry. And the strap, the resin strap on it is brilliant. Feels comfy, feels light, does feel a lot more flexible than this one. This one is a bit more rigid. Obviously it lasts a lot longer, so how long this strap will last I do not know, and I cannot answer that. But this has been 10 years like this. I've still got the other strap for it, the black one as well. As you can see on here, look, you can always used to wear it on the 4th one, but whether it got a bit fatter or my wrist swells sometimes due to an injury, I often wear it on the 5th. That's where I wear it. But we're on about this one, so there you go. That's where I wear it here. Ever so comfy. So let's get it off. Side buttons. I am a little bit worried about how much I'm going to mark and scratch these, but it's G-Shock, so it'll take a lot of hammer anyway. And whether that might wear a bit, because it's not silver, whether that might mark up a lot more. And obviously this is lighter, so whether that might stain and everything over time. But it has got extra bits so it can fit nice on there. And there's the bare paw, there's the charger. While we're here, let's try the charger on. It's the first time we're doing that. Which way does it go around? I think it goes that way around. Oh yeah, it's guided by the shape of that's the first time I've done that. Is that on? I've got the extension lead with a charger, so let's plug that in. So that doesn't hold too tight, so it doesn't need to hold too tight on there. So simply as a is that charging? Yes, that's charging. So there's a little bit of a delay when you put it on, and it also shows a little flash for charging on there. A lot of people have said if you just solar charging it, most they can do by solar is get up to 2 bars. They can't seem to get it past up into the 5th bar. So, but obviously if you can still do some charging solar, and you get you'll get 30 days out of this apparently. If you're running everything on it, so notifications, depends how popular you are with notifications as well for the amount, and also how many, if you've got the heart rate tracker on. So it's heart rate tracker on, we'll see in a second. No, it's turned off in a minute, so but we'll turn that on in a second. So that's how easy it is to charge. Right, let's go through some of the things I've noticed about it. So if you're going through the menus or on here, very quick. Or if you're doing the barometer and then reset. Now on this, there is a delay. So look, press. You can't go really fast. I've pressed it more times than change. Then reset it back to there. Right, let's turn on the heart rate tracker. Oh, it's on activity, so let's turn it on to on. Right, so different faces you can have as well on this. So literally on here, so we can go up or down on here, forward or reverse, up to you, whichever way you go. Then I think the natural way of it, which you would do, is down. So time and date, heart rate, compass, altimeter, barometer, almanac, however you pronounce that, tide graph, blood oxygen, breathing exercises, cardio status, life log, nightly recharge, activity log, world time, timer, stopwatch, notifications, and then back to the start again. So let's go in each one of those. Heart rate, confirm, put it on the wrist, just rest it on. It doesn't have to be really tight. So we go, quick show of that. Then back. Oh, wrong way. Go this way. Compass. Select. Please wait. Now we might want us to do the figure of 8 to do it. Has it got it yet? No. Oh. If you're outside, it might do this a bit quicker. I don't know whether it relies on GPS for this. I don't know. Shouldn't do, because the previous 3 sensor one didn't. Let's do a bigger figure of 8 here without me knocking the camera. There we go. Bigger figure of 8. There we go. So there we go. And to show you on this one, compass, there we go. So it's a lot quicker on that. So back, altimeter, or altimeter, however you want to say it. There you go. Barometer. And you can change it into however you might like it for displaying the metric or the other way. There you go, sunrise, sunset. Let's go back into that. Because look, I think we can go up and down. Yeah. We can go forward and back. So those are your different dates. And if you're in different countries, it does change that as well. Let's go to the next one. Tide graph. And Tab's Head is near me, that's in Boston. But there's nowhere really to go surfing here. But for if you're fishing or whatever, that might help. But it's interesting to have. Blood oxygen. Let's put it back on the wrist. Oh, just a minute, I've got to press it and press that. Measure in. Don't know how long this takes. Never done this. Result 96%. So hopefully that's good. Hopefully not bad. Back. Breathing exercises. I've tried this. I'm not going to do it now because it goes about 3 or 5 minutes, and you have to get your breathing in a nice timed structure to get good, excellent or whatever, and it tells you how good you've scored afterwards. Cardio status, so let's press that. No data. I've not stored anything for that. Life log. Let's try that. There's that information there. Can you go up and down? Different views. Back. Auto recharge. No data. That's it. I think that's if you wear that at night and you'll wear a watch. I think you'd end up catching your watch, and whether you want to do that is another question. But the only times I used to wear my watch at night is when I used to not take it off when I was about 9 or 10, and it's like, no, you don't do that. Eventually the watch gets minging underneath. No. Back. Let's go back to where it was. You've got to do a time delay for each time you press it. You can't rush it, like I said. But it's the bit you get used to. So, activity log. Trekking. So you can go through what you've stored here. And I have tested that. Like I said, there's 2 bits. I got it out, put the protector on it, then I wore it for the day, and then put it away because I didn't want to get it damaged, but I wanted to see what it did for those 2 dates you can see on there. So trekking, that's how long we've trekked for. That's my average. Going up and down the steps on the mountain or hill, felt like a mountain. Calories. Pace, altitude, so you'd probably say it's hill. Laps, don't know about what it says that. And back again. So go back out there. World time. Timer. Now, one thing that you'll notice different, if we go onto here, timer, it's a lot faster for going through, you know, like five presses, you're at the place you need and within literally a couple of seconds, rather than this. But when you start this counting down, this you don't get, then you have to confirm again with that button, that one, that's counting down. Done on the timer on both of them, they don't do the milliseconds. So let's stop that. Let's reset that. No, that's not reset. That's it. Then back again. But let's just test this because I couldn't figure out. Let's start it. Let's do a long press. Long press doesn't stop it, but it just takes it back to the main screen. So let's stop that. Reset it. And go back. Next one, stopwatch. start it. As you can see in here, let's stop that, reset it. Stopwatch, right, let's start them both at the same time. It's a little bit annoying because you don't get your milliseconds. And I saw another person, and there's enough space for milliseconds to be on there somewhere, or moved up a section on the display, which they could actually easily edit on the update. But it would be nice to see that done. Also, inverting the colours would be nice. Occasionally the watch does invert, so it does black text and the clear LCD or MIB black background. So stop. Oh. There you go, 47 seconds and 17 milliseconds, rather than stop this one. You don't know how many milliseconds. So let's delete that. Back again, right. Notifications, press that. No data, notification turned off. I've turned that off because I don't need it to come up saying the temperature 8 times a day, which is on my phone screen. I'm just not bothered about that, or a text message or a call. Does not interest me. I have my phone near me anyway, so. And if I'm in a lorry or on the back of the lorry unloading roof trusses, there's no point knowing that I've got a missed call, and I won't be wearing this for the time being because this is one of my best, or just for holidays and going trekking and hiking and bits and bobs, that kind of a better watch, rather than that's my rough watch, which I can not so worried about damaging, even though I know I can't, but I'm just concerned about it. So it's my new baby. So let's go back. So that's why I'm not bothered about notifications for my phone calling. Let's go back. Now, you can change the faces on here, or you can change it via your phone. And I will just show you that. And you have to go to the, it's not the G-Shock app now, it is the Casio app. So we'll go on here, synchronizing data, my page. You can see your life log for those 2 days. So let's go back to my watch. There's my 2 watches. So click on that one. It shows it's connected. And then we go watch face. And those are your different watch faces you can have. And you can choose the last one, which is custom, so you can have whatever you want to display, which is shown on the phone. That's my favourite one. And you can see my fingers on the heart rate thing, so it's showing my heart rate there. So let's just show you the one, and then we'll go send to watch. That's how quick that is. Change watch face again. That's what the class is, the main one. That's how fast that one is. There you go. That one. So you can see your tide times. I'll show you all these, then you've got a good the watch is, whatever the light is, so clear. I'll show you the angles in a minute. That's your step counter. Then we'll go back to my one that was set up. Oh, that's another step. We'll just do this one, my custom one. Now you can see what you can put in whatever you want from the watch settings. So let's have that one back again. Right. Now this is my favourite, which I've set up. On here, you can even read. So if that's a screen there, I can't read it. You can just catch it, but look what angle you can read it to. Sorry for the ring light and the other light's reflecting, but you got no light reflecting on it there, so it's dark. So, in all fairness, what we'll do there, we'll give the light. You can't see it there, but light's on there, so you can still read it there at that angle. So, really awkward angles, you can still read the display. That is the advantage with the new screens on these. Love that to bits. It'd be probably even more visible if they had the possibility to invert it. Let's hope to do that eventually. So, just so you can see it there dark. I'll turn the light off. Still daytime here, so it's not going to be totally dark. There you go, that's the light. You can change that to 3 or 5 seconds as normal, or I twisted the wrist again. I will do another update video on this, on how long the battery lasts. So then we go on to the main activity settings. So trekking is the one I'll mostly use, or swimming. So trekking, walking, pool swimming, interval timer, biking, and back round to trekking again. You can have more options on there, but I've reduced it down to what I need or will actually use. So it's faster to go through them. So you go on trekking, and when it's on there, I'll put my finger up. Okay, starting up GPS. We're inside, so how well it'll get the GPS in a minute. But you can go through all the screens like it's displayed on a life log. It displays all that live information for calories, pace, and everything. No, we're not going to get GPS inside. Right, so let's go back to life log and I'll show you. Life log. That wasn't life log. Activity log. That's where you go. And there you go, trekking. So there we go. As you're trekking, it displays all the information. Oh. Displays all this information a little bit differently, but it's ever so good what it displays while you're actually doing it. Love it to bits. And you can see the screen protector that I've put on, that'll protect it a bit, just on the rims here. It's not perfectly big enough, but at least it's going to protect it so I don't catch it or anything. And some people say you might not, but this one's got marks. You can see scratches on it, and I did that main scratch there. You laugh, didn't have to watch very long, very new, and I dropped something on the bed, went to get something from under the bed, and one of the divan bed, and from the staples that stick out, and obviously staples stick in an awkward angle. As I put my hand on the bed, it scratched that part of the screen, and I'll never forgive myself for that. I'm so angry that I did that. So I was gutted, but obviously still works, it's still fine. But that's my reason that I've put a protect on there, because silly little things like a staple or a screw or bits and bobs could easily mark it, and you'd think you wouldn't do it, but that's life. So that's all the settings. There's so much more you could go into it, but there is more videos out there that give it that time and everything, and all the exercise bits and bobs. And I'm not the skinniest person, but I do like to go hiking and everything, so all the main gym bits and bobs I'm not going to show you, but how useful. But everyday life and everyday use, I love the watch. Love that to bits. Very happy, so happy with that colour, and how the watch strap feels is excellent. I did try on the previous one to this, which wasn't a Rangeman, which was the other one, which did everything the same as this, but it doesn't have the trekking option on it, and that did one. I'll put it in on the screen. I cannot remember the model number, but tried it on, and it was a little bit smaller, but it only had one hook on there. It just didn't feel as nice, and if I wanted a new Rangeman, I wanted it to be a Rangeman, and that's what I wanted. So that's the reasons why I got this one, and I'm pleased it's got the trekking, because trekking is what I'm more likely to do than any of the other bits. So thank you for watching. Any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If I don't know it, I can try and find it out for you, but I will answer anything I can on it, and I will have an update video on how good the battery is, because that's one of my main worries. I've not changed the battery in this watch at all, and it still keeps on recharging. That's my one fear of this. How will the battery last? Fingers crossed. But this I know will keep on going. So fingers crossed. I know some people have got money to burn, but I would like this to still be usable in 10 years' time. And I love it to bits. Thank you for watching. I can't think what else I haven't put, but if there is, I'll add it at the end. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video, and goodbye. See ya.